And just like that, we beat Mew VMAX. GG's clean sweep. Bye-bye. Deoxys VSTAR and VMAX are out now with the battle, I think it's called the Battle Box, and you get the VSTAR, and the VMAX all in one go, which is pretty sweet. And I've done decks with just Deoxys VSTAR with the Shadow Rider engine. We put out a video with Deoxys VMAX and the, oh, that was Arceus. And this time I wanted to show Deoxys VSTAR and VMAX together in a deck that is primarily just the two working together with massive damage from VSTAR and the defensive capabilities of VMAX working together. I'm Jet from inthirdperson.com. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let's talk about this Deoxys VSTAR/VMAX deck. And disclaimer, some of the matches, I've been like tweaking this, and as I was recording, I made a couple of adjustments as well. So in two of the matches, the deck list is slightly different. I will say the thing that did change, I accidentally got rid of Radiant Gardevoir along the way, and so that has been put in, and I adjusted the counts on like Evolution Incense and Ultra Ball. But this is the list that I would recommend. This is going to be the list that's in the description of this video. And what makes Deoxys VSTAR and VMAX so cool? Deoxys VSTAR has a move Psychic Javelin, hits for 190, and does 60 damage to a Pokemon V on the bench. And you can put a choice belt on there, hit for 220, and if you've got Deoxys set up on the second turn, you can score a one-hit KO on most Pokemon V in the game. And even if you don't have all the energy, Star Force could be the trick with 60 damage times the number of energy on both Pokemon. And whether you're using this to take out a V early or in the late game trying to take out a V or a V Max, this move can be the great equalizer for a comeback or put you ahead so that your opponent can't catch up. And for Deoxys VMAX, it's got the ability Protective DNA, where it takes 20 or 30 less damage from Pokemon VSTAR, and it has the attack Max Drain for 160 damage and heals 30 after performing the attack. We've got 3 VSTAR and 2 VMAX. I prefer the VSTAR, but I think you have to have both, in particular because you can charge Deoxys VMAX in 2 turns, and it's a lot harder to charge the Deoxys VSTAR. So ideally, you want to start with the VSTAR along with either Cresselia on first turn going second to charge 3 energy to the Deoxys, or on either turn, particularly going first, Zacian V to attach an energy to a Deoxys V. Hopefully you've got energy of your own there, and you can go straight into the VSTAR. If you only have the Deoxys, you can then still go into the VMAX and start swinging, which is okay too. From there, we've got the 1/1 Espeon line to stop stuff like Star Requiem and Sableye shots, Gardevoir to minimize damage from Pokemon V, and Crobat for draw support. Oh, we also have Lumineon for some draw support and to grab specific cards such as Boss's Orders. In terms of support, we've got the Evo Incense and Ultra Ball to get some Pokemon. We've also got Quick Balls, 3 Quick Balls, 4 Fog Crystals, which are amazing because you can grab basic Psychic Pokemon or Psychic Energy. We also have 2 Hyper Potions, and this is another thing I've been tweaking. I started with 4. I brought it down to 2 as I started tweaking some of the counts, and you don't necessarily need to go all the way in on the healing, but having the Hyper Potion double turbo energy play is really helpful. And we've also got 2 Switch, 2 Ultra Ball. In terms of stadiums, I like having 1 Training Court to get some energy back, and then Collapsed Stadium to hurt certain meta decks like a Regi Gigas, like Lost Box, like Palkia, and so on, just to minimize their bench. We got 2 Boss's Orders, and maybe the most interesting part of this deck, taking a cue from Hale Obernolte's tournament-winning Arceus Gudra deck, Colress's Experiment. I love this as a draw engine. You could put Bibarel in here as well, or Pokegears, but I love Colress's Experiment because it lets you draw 5 cards. You get to keep the 3 best ones you need in the moment, get rid of 2, and it allows you to build a big hand of cards without having to get rid of anything, because Marnie makes you get rid of stuff. Professor's Research makes you get rid of stuff, and you can hold on to resources like Quick Balls and Fog Crystals and Hyper Potions in particular, so that you can use them when you need them and you've got them on hand. And yes, that makes you a bigger target for hand disruption, but a lot of decks have been cutting down on their Marnies and Roxannes, and you can go a couple of turns building massive hands with Colress's Experiment. And we've got 2 Marnies. Even with the Colress, I still got 2 Marnies for hand disruption, 1 research, 1 Raihan. I think that charging the energy onto the Deoxys can be a problem here and there. So having the Raihan in tandem with the Lumineon, so you can call it when you need it, is helpful to get yourself picked up when you're in a jam. And then in terms of the tools, 1 Air Balloon, 1 Big Charm, 2 Choice Belts, and then energy is 4 Double Turbo Energy and 8 Psychic Energy. Let me show you how this deck can cook. Okay, sweet. We win the coin flip, and let's go see what we've got. This is not an ideal hand, and it's a mulligan, so we can't play it anyway. This might be Lost Box stuff because of the Giratina sleeves. I find that we had to take 2 mulligans. Okay, we're going second here, so let's go with the Cresselia in the active and attach into the Deoxys, and then we're golden. I think that's how this works. If we're going first, I can't even remember which order this is. If we're going first, then we screwed this up. We're going first. Awesome. So we screwed this up. That's fine. We'll make do. We'll make do. We do get the 2 energy start on the Deoxys. We do have outs to get our stuff rolling here. They do have Battle VIP Pass. Maybe they escape rope into a cram or something like that, and then we're laughing. Cresselia might be the tank here. Actually, that kind of works if this ends with Cramorant swinging for 110 on Cresselia, then we're okay. But let's see. Ooh, get rid of the Tool Jammer. And what was this? Some energy, capture energy. They need to get Giratina out of the active, though. I don't know if they have the... Right now, oh, they got the balloon. All right, so now they're going to get their party started and probably end with Cram. Yep. Almost certain this is going to end with Cramorant swinging for 110. Which isn't necessarily the end of the world. If anything, I would prefer that they swing 110 into Cresselia than into a Deoxys here. Oh, they're getting greedy. Greedy. They got rid of a Mirage Gate. They're going into 5. And they got rid of a Giratina V-Star along the way. Wow. Okay. And they're not going to get the Cramorant attack? Huh. Okay, let's see what we can pull off Colress. Not ideal. Definitely not ideal. We can Quick Ball for Crobat, and I will take that Psychic Energy as well. And let's go attach to the Deoxys. And let's Quick Ball away the boss. And we don't have Crobat. Oh, okay. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. We will get Espeon down then. And I will set up a Deoxys Deoxys V-Star is potentially one-hit KOable by the Giratina, and that's horrifying. It might have been better to go in the VMAX, but I also want the opportunity to one-hit KO this Giratina, is why I went into the... why I made the choices that I did. It's tough, but I do think that, yeah, they're going to go Mirage Gate, and hopefully, yeah, they use Colress, so they're not going to boss. They might escape rope, which is not entirely the worst, actually. And they'll get rid of 2 energy, 6, 12, 18, 24, And if we can attach one more Psychic Energy to the Deoxys V-Star, then we can just one-hit KO their Giratina, and we're back in this game. And if anything, they probably don't want to... okay. So we're going to lose the Zacian here. That's not ideal. I would rather that than anything else we have on the bench at this point. Ooh, this actually makes it... I don't even have to... I would put the second Giratina. Oh, they're going to go straight into Sableye. Okay. They just made it easier for me to one-hit KO the Giratina. I don't know if they know that yet. Because now they're going to get rid of 2 energy, and I hit for 300 damage. And they're thinking, like, Star Requiem next play. I'm laughing. Okay. Colress, can we get... Yeah, we get the Espeon. We get a Big Charm and a switch. Yeah. Okay, so we stop the Sableye shots for at least some of our targets. We get the double turbo. Let's pop the Big Charm onto the Deoxys in the active, and we Star Force for 300 damage. Okay, this is still not ideal. Still not ideal. We protect the Deoxys, but the Cresselia here is still a free KO for them. And I'm reluctant to Crobat at this point because that's also an easy 2 prizes. And at the very least, we avoid these 2 getting Star Requiemed as well. And based on their build, I have not seen any stadiums at this point. So yeah, I would just take the Cresselia out of the board. And they're going to Mirage Gate to the... Yep, that's fine. We need to get energy onto the Espeon is the big thing here, so that they can't just Star Requiem away the Espeon and win the game. That is their route to victory here. So we are very much not out of the woods. Unless they shoot the wrong thing, which they very well might shoot the wrong thing. Nope, they shoot the right thing. Okay. And they might also have Echoing Horn here too. Probably the... Okay, yeah, we're going to Marnie here. I don't want their big hand of cards. Let's get rid of that. Hopefully we get a Psychic Energy here. No, we don't. And that's horrible. Because we are very much at risk of losing Espeon for free. And that would be horrific. Let's go and put the Collapsed Stadium down just to prevent any sort of shenanigans here. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. They very much can Star Requiem here. And hopefully at best they just escape rope into this Deoxys and they just swing really hard. I would rather that. Than getting Star Requiemed on the Espeon. Okay, they're going to Lost Vacuum. And that's terrible because now they can one-hit KO. Oh, they got the Collapsed Stadium out. Interesting. Okay, they're going to run Recycler. I see less Giratina decks running the Recycler. A lot of the competitive lists don't have it. I think that card's great for situations exactly like that. So I don't think they run Path. Okay, they're going to run Colress here, draw some more cards. And if they swing into the Deoxys, that's not necessarily the end of the world. It is kind of rough, though, because we're not going to do enough damage. 170 max, plus that, it's not enough. So this match is very much hanging in the balance here. My heart is beating out of my chest. They are going to keep going, trying to dig for the pieces here, probably looking for an evolution, probably looking for some energy. And that sucks that they got rid of some energy here. Ooh, they don't have it. They don't have it. We do get energy on the Espeon. That's amazing. I will Choice Belt here, and I'm not going to research, actually. I am going to Colress so that we can get research later if need be. We'll keep the Deoxys, we'll keep the Colress, and we'll keep the Fog Crystal. And I'm actually going to attach energy to the Deoxys VMAX in case we need to... Oh, I can't do that right now. Okay, we will Psychic Javelin into the Giratina, soften that up even more. 120 plus 170 is 290. We should have KO on this Giratina. Now, if they do have Path to the Peak, we still lose. That's the nightmare scenario here. Like, I guess it would be Giratina plus... okay, they're just gonna Star Requiem doesn't work. Yes, it worked. We got him. GG's. That was the match we were looking for right there. Whew. Yeah, really tight match. It got really dicey there towards the end. They did have potential outs. I don't think they ran Path to the Peak, and I'm not surprised by that because the Giratina decks were very much, and Lost Zone decks were running that to stop Empoleon, but then Empoleon kind of disappeared, so they took out Path, which means that a counter like Espeon was going to be viable. It took us a little bit to get Espeon set up and have energy on the Espeon, but once we were able to get our clamp down, they were kind of stuck. Having the Big Charm on the Deoxys V-Star stopped them from being able to one-hit KO it, and then they couldn't Star Requiem. Deoxys VMAX was too big to one-hit KO, and same with Espeon. So we pretty much had them in a checkmate position at the end of the game, which was awesome. GG's. Sick. Won the coin flip. Awesome. I don't like the sign. The Gengar coin is a very bad sign that we could be in for a world of hurt here. And if it is a dark deck, it's going to be a really bad time. But let's go see what we're up against. We do have the turn 2 Deoxys VMAX, assuming that we're not up against it's Regi. Okay. All right, this is doable. Getting the Espeon down would be we prized the Zacian. Of course we prized the Zacian. Okay. Then we will turn this into a energy. And I really don't want to Crobat right now. No. Having 2 Zacian would be nice, and I've looked at other Deoxys lists that do have. I saw one that had 2 Zacian Vs in it. I actually haven't pulled 2 Zacian Vs in PTCGO. I did buy, like, I had a couple of packs in... Oh, they're going to get set up here. This is bad. And if they can get the Regi's play is the big concern here. They are going to attack here. Oh, no, they're not. Yeah, they'll get a little bit. A love tap, but that's not going to matter too much because we do have Deoxys set up, which is great. I don't like the fact that we have... I'm actually going to waste an Evo Incense here just so we can draw more cards before the Crobat or before the Colress. And we do get a second one down. And of these, I think, yeah, let's Colress here and go Ah, Psychic, double turbo. And we will swing for 160, heal off that damage. And I think we have a bit of a problem if we get hit with the Regi, because we are not ready to deal with that just yet. Also, Regigigas becomes a big problem here because Regigigas can potentially one-shot the Deoxys if they're all set up here. Okay, they're going to lead with Regidrago in the active. And man, I wish I had the Espeon. And they get a second Regigigas. That's not ideal. Okay, they're stuck. Great. So my biggest concern, they're probably gonna have 3. I'm almost certain they're going to have 3 copies of Regieleki and 3 copies of Gigas. And of these, I think I'm most concerned about, I just don't want the Regice to pop off on me, is the big concern. I want to be able to keep attacking here. And let's go put down the next one. Let's max drain, heal up, being able to attack turn 2, and we have 1-hit KO on everything except Regigigas, actually, which is a little bit of a problem. Hopefully they don't get into the Regice here. Okay, they don't. Fantastic. We need... I don't want to get rid of my cards. I want more cards. Let's go and Colress here. This is the benefit of the Colress's experiment draw engine here. We can grab some more stuff. We do get the Espeon. Let's go grab some switch cards as well. And potentially stop the Regice play going forward. Yeah, our next threat is going to be the Gigas. And we haven't seen a path to the peak yet either. There's the Regice. And I guess worst case scenario, I wonder if, yeah, we can switch into the Deoxys V-STAR if... I think once you evolve into the... Okay. Oh, they're fully set up, so they're gonna attack with something here. Okay, they're going to attack with Regieleki. That's fine. $120, $40, $40. I want to get Espeon set up. And I think we're going to Colress again. And we do get a Deoxys. We do get some energy. Oh... We have to get the Collapsed Stadium. Oh no. I think we get the Hyper Potion and the Collapsed Stadium. All right, so what this lets us do is we get rid of one of their Regis, and we get rid of a Crobat. I don't really care about that. And now we knock out 2 of their Regis instead of 1, and we negate all the damage off of this, and we still got the follow-up attack from Deoxys V-STAR in the back. I like this. I like this. That was great. That was great. Now, our big... potential big challenge is Gigas, and if they can one-hit KO. And we will have to get Deoxys V-STAR into the active to knock that out. All right, they're going to get rid of a whole bunch of cards. And they need a stadium here, or this is over. And it's over. GG's. Okay. There we go. There we go. Regigigas. Sorry, I'm not looking at the camera here. I just needed to see the screen there. Regigigas shut down by Deoxys VMAX. Being able to play the Collapsed Stadium helped us out a lot there. They did struggle a bit to get set up. I think that it was great that we could run Colress, so we didn't have to Marnie our hand away. And having the Hyper Potion there was the icing on the cake, making the Deoxys very tanky and difficult to knock out. Thankfully, they weren't able to get Regigigas set up because, I mean, by the end, we were okay, where Deoxys VMAX with the double turbo energy wouldn't have been able to knock out Regigigas, but we did have the pivot and we could have gone into Deoxys V-Star, even if we had to burn the V-Star power. And again, we were able to do that because we were able to build a giant hand of cards with the Colress's experiment over and over again, rather than, you know, Marnieing away our hand or Professor's research. So we're gonna take that one. GG's. Sweet, we get the win. Oh no. This is not an ideal first turn in the slightest. And I don't know what the... Oh, wow. It's another, like, Lost Box deck. We do have the tools to beat this deck, especially if it's the Giratina version. We just need better cards than this. And actually, if we were going... Oh, it's Mew. Okay. Let's go and get rid of this energy and put down a Deoxys. And we'll Training Court here to grab that energy back. And we're going to need a lot of stuff to make this work here. Let's go put the Cresselia in the active. I'm fine losing the Cresselia. I think this is a beatable match, especially with Deoxys V-Star being able to one-hit KO Mew VMAX. But we need to get set up, and it's going to take some work to get set up from this position. At least we got unattached. There is a world where we can start attacking with Deoxys VMAX on the next turn. They do roll into a battle VIP pass. Of course they do. And I have a feeling this is just DTE Mew. So there isn't necessarily the threat of getting KO'd here. Okay, they will, yeah, Choice Belt, give themselves a Pokestop. They do get a Cross Switcher and a Hyper Potion, which they're not going to be able to do anything with. At least not in the immediate term, because we are going to Marnie all of that stuff out of here. Let's go and Collapse Stadium as well. Shorten their bench. I don't want to see any more Pokemon on their bench, and hopefully we get an out to... Yeah, I think we got KO. I think we have KO. And let's bench the Gardevoir as well. And I could Colress for the Crobat. I could Crobat here. No, I think we hold our hand. And we Star Force, take out Mew, take 2 prizes. It would have been nice to save that for the 3 prize, but we'll take what we can get. And hopefully that is going to hold us out. Though it is going to get a little messy here because the 2 hits to get this down. We still have to put energy onto this Deoxys, and we're going to need to like high roll into a Raihan and get some stuff down, and we're gonna lose this hand, which is actually not bad. Let's see what we get instead. Okay, Colress research. This is fine. We can get a second Deoxys down. We can research for more stuff, and we should be able to hit for 220 and hopefully get the start of a Deoxys VMAX set up. That's the goal. Ah, they're willing to give up. They're going to lose this Genesect. That's crazy. Okay. But, I mean, when you're down bad like that, there isn't really a lot you can do. So I empathize with them on that. Unfortunately, their energy is... Okay, we wanted the second Deoxys. And yeah, we're going to chip away at this Mew as well. Let's get a bunch of energy. And it's a little dicey here in that we don't have Raihan. Okay, we do get the Deoxys VMAX and an Espeon. We just need to bank on them not one-hit KOing us here, and we can be okay. All right, they hit Tails. This is the challenge with this Quad Mew deck. You gotta... Oh, and they're gonna Marnie us again. Okay, but do we get Marnied into something good? It's not bad. It's not bad. They will attack here, and they will play their Oricorio to dampen this damage. That I don't like. And actually... Oh, we played Lumineon. Okay. I was gonna say we could boss for game. And maybe we could if we... That might be a play. I think I was going to bench another... I was going to bench another Deoxys. But I think this is going to come down to... Yeah, let's try and play for boss for game here. Okay, this has been down for a turn. I'm going to get rid of... I'm going all in. I'm going all in. Okay, we want the Deoxys VMAX. And if we can just sidestep the Mew, that would be phenomenal. We do get the Raihan. We do get Boss. And just like that, we beat Mew VMAX. GG's clean sweep. Bye-bye. Even if we had gotten... even if we hadn't gotten boss there, we were still in a really good spot. We would have done a lot of damage to the Mew. Maybe they could have Psychic Leaped. But we did have the second Deoxys on the board. We had the Raihan ready, and that was basic. That was really awesome. We didn't get the Star Force on the Mew VMAX, but knocking out the first Mew really messed up their tempo, and that was pretty awesome. And I do think that Mew VMAX is one of the best decks in the game, but Deoxys V-Star with the Star Force, and in this scenario we knocked out a Mew V, but it is very possible to just one-hit KO a Mew VMAX and then just have the tempo you need to take out one of the best decks in the game. GG's. There we go. That is Deoxys V-Star with Deoxys VMAX with the Colress's experiment as the engine of sorts. I love the engine so much, and I like that we don't have to run. I love Bibarel as a card, but I like being able to save space and have that card that I can just reliably draw 5 cards and pick the best 3. And it's a engine that I would like to see more decks use. But what are your thoughts on this deck? Let me know in the comments and we can discuss. I do like the Deoxys V-Star and the VMAX less so, but I have been warming up to it a little bit, and I love that there's a lot of different ways to play this deck in terms of with Arceus, with Shadow Rider. This is one potential way to play it as its own deck. We could have also put it in the Lost Zone engine as well, but I think I'm going to save that one for another time. So I think this is going to be it for the Deoxys videos for the time being, which I think is more than enough. We've covered this card more than we do for most cards, and especially since this one is probably not going to be a tournament or competitive threat, I kind of indulged myself on building these Deoxys decks because I think the card's a lot of fun to play. All right, so that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to follow me on all the things: YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram at In Third Person. You can also find my stream on Twitch over at In Third Person, where we stream the Pokemon trading card game every Sunday at 9 a.m. Would love to see you there. And of course, check out the website, inthirdperson.com, for more articles and videos on video games, board games, and other nerdy pursuits. All right, I'll see you later. Bye-bye.